Hello, this is Freddy Veggie, and today I do not have Austrian didgeridoo for you, but instead I have some Austrian microphones, specifically a pair of LEWITT LCT 140 Air. I thought I would share the joy of unpacking this whole thing with you and tell you what is in store and coming up next. So first things first, let's cut some stuff, and hopefully not myself. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. A pair of LEWITT LCT 140 Air. Let's get rid of some more plastic, shall we? So as you can see here, this is a pair, a matched pair. LEWITT claims that with their production methods you can essentially take any pair of the same model and you will have a matched pair, and we will be putting that to a test later on. But for now, let's just see what we get here. Ooh. Some silica gel. Perfect! This is what I really collect. Sticker. Quick start guide. Oh my, how would I ever work with a microphone? We shall see. Warranty. And here we go. Ooh, aren't these pretty? Look at that. Yes. And as you can see from my fingerprints, these things are relatively tiny, aren't they? I mean, look at them. You can look up the specs of how big they really are, but I know these are the bigger ones, so to speak, and you will see what I will compare them to later on. So, here we have our new pair of microphones, and you may wonder, why would I get a new pair of microphones? Because I've been doing a lot of recordings already, and you might know that I do already have quite a lot of microphones and different options. So one thing that I keep being asked is, "Dear Freddy, can you please tell me which microphone I should use to record my didgeridoo?" And this may sound a little bit cheeky, but yes, in fact, I do get asked that a lot. So I figured I want to compare some inexpensive microphones which are produced with modern manufacturing methods and with modern precision. And I assume that precision equals to quality in a certain way. So what now is a cheap microphone, back 20-30 years ago, probably would have cost a fortune. So we're gonna put that to a test. And as a matter of fact, what I want to find out is this matched pair, how well are they actually matched? And how do they stack up against my other microphones? So I want to compare them to this model. The tiny little buggers, the LCT 40. I really like those microphones. I bought them for my drummers, for my drummer to use them as overheads because I was sick mixing the sound of his own overheads. So I bought them, I gave it to him, told him, please, here, use this. And I haven't looked back. What I haven't tried out yet is actually using the LCT40 on a didgeridoo. So we will do that as well. And we will also be comparing the different modes of the LCT140, that is the flat mode and the air bump. We will be trying the bass roll-off and specifically compare these two pairs, but that's not all that we're going to be comparing. So here are the microphones that I will be putting up against each other. A pair of LEWITTs, and that's it for the really, really modern stuff. A little bit less modern and a lot clunkier. Another condenser, small condenser microphone, an AKG C1000S Mark IV. And then a whole zoo of dynamic microphones. The overall classic, an SM57. And when you're pulling out an SM57, you can bet your ass this one is not going to be far away. So, a Sennheiser MD441. I believe this is a Model 2, so older than I am. And when you pull out a 421, you can as well pull out a 431. And when you pull out a 431, of course, you're going to pull out a 441 as well. And because I'm a little Sennheiser fanboy, we will be throwing these in the mix as well. So that's a pair, that's a MD21. So we will be comparing these dynamic microphones and these condenser microphones. You will notice that there's no large diaphragm microphones in here, and that's simply due to the fact that I don't own any. So I am going to create a setup where I will be playing with different didgeridoos in as many microphones simultaneously as I can cram in front of the bell end, in different distances from the bell end, and with different didgeridoos of different tones. So we will have an F, an E flat, a C, and an F sharp, nearly an octave below the common F. And I want to find out how well these ones are matched. How well these ones are matched. And if I were to pull out a second 441, which I own, how well something is matched that has been manufactured like a decade apart from each other. And then we will try and find if we can create so much sound pressure level that these condensers will become nasty and the dynamics will win out, or whether the sheer size of these modern LEWITT microphones will be something that means we can actually put it inside the bell end, and maybe the sound pressure level isn't that high, so we can use the proximity effect to our advantage, because these are bass light, and with the proximity effect we can counteract that, obviously. Yeah, that's about it. So if you're curious about that, why don't you join us in our journey? Subscribe and like, or dislike. Nobody cares because dislikes aren't being displayed, but it's still an interaction. Comment if you have specific tests in mind that you want me to do, and I will be filming and recording all this stuff and edit with a blind test. So my goal is to position each of these microphones in the spot where they sound best in my opinion, and play you these clips without naming which is which, and then you can figure out which ones you like the best. So that's it for today. Guess we'll see and hear each other, and I'm really looking forward to putting all these to the test. Bye bye.